What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode lucky number 13 of DeGodCast, the podcast by DGens for DGens. Today is May 24th. It's JB, part of your trio of hosts, along with the homies Chapter and Slate. The boys are paying the troll toll today because we got one of the biggest trolls in the Solana NFT space on the show with us, Mr. Kook Capital. So who knows what the fuck is about to go down there. But before all that, Chapter, hit him with the DeCap.
All right. Yo. Got this song stuck in my head. Soon may the Wellerman come. All right. One day when the having is done, you'll hold that dust and chill. All right.
Oh, chill.
For the recap, though, first, we got the details. Duppy's NFT was formally announced last weekend with all of the coveted numbers the streets have been waiting for. Total supply of 13,333 and the final mint price tag of 375 dust. Shout out to us for being wrong last week. Duppy's NFT is the first new collection created and brought to you by the DeGods team and is set to inevitably drop on the world this June. Every Dead God owner gets WL with more whitelist opportunities to be announced. Staking with no shitcoin. Sounds interesting. Follow the official's Duppy's Twitter at Duppy's NFT before the bots and scammers have you reacting to all types of fugazi shit. Duppies.com, NFADYORMF, Bull ISH. Moving forward, the project announcement was released in conjunction with the new DeGod welcome bot at welcome.degods.com, where if you just bought into the squad, you can verify your new gang membership and feel that rite of passage onslaught on your Twitter mentions. Plus, I read there's also dust opportunities for professional Twitter raiders. Check the announcements in the Duppy's Discord. Secondly, this motherfucking DeGod's community Call of Duty Warzone solos tournament cracked off last Saturday, and this shit was fucking sick. Saturday afternoon, my time, DeGod holders from all around the globe pulled up and hopped off helicopters to let off rounds of hope that they could secure high enough placement in the first 3 games to take home some of these healthy-ass dust prizes. And the competition's looking tough. Top 4 players on the leaderboard currently, Teak at number 1, then Westy.Soul, Lupus, and Amnesia in the 4 slot. For the Too Long Didn't Read, or the TLDR, this tourney is a little different where kills matter, so getting the dub is nice, but what's that gun do? Leaderboards reflect this. We'll link it below. Plus, we live streaming players' POVs, so be sure to follow DeGod's NFT on Twitch and at me or Jerome if you streaming in game so we can cycle you in. Next 3 games will be played this Saturday, the 28th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard. Only 9 more games, 3 Saturdays left. Check the Playground channel to get tapped in or just watch the stream if you're not trying to get them cheeks clapped in. And finally, the Dior application beta update is live with real-time data on new and trending collections and a news feed for all your notifications in one place. Close and refresh. If you're new in the building, Dior, get apped up. And before we start the show, I don't know who needs to hear this, but yo, bro, I see you. Yeah, you fam. I know you've been quietly eroding your dust stack. I see you, homie. Thought you were going to win with 50 tickets yesterday? Nope. You didn't get that last one, but this next one, bro, oh, for sure. You held the door open for somebody at the gas station this week. It's karma. Definitely going to win this time. With these odds? Nah, bruh. Them 3F raffles not going to complete you, king. That raffle just went up, but you're not going to ape. Nah. All right, fuck it. You one ticket. All right, fuck it. One ticket.
Fuck.
But you're not going to clean out the vault? Not today? Bruh. Having in less than 10 days? What about that other god you could have deaded? Bruh. They talking merch on the 27th? Bruh. One day when the having is done, you'll hold that dust and chill. All right, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Damn, bro, that shit spoke to me, dude. Those raffles have fucked up my bag this week.
Bruh, let's not talk about it.
Oh my God, I just pulled up the page and you can scroll through. Damn, it used to be you couldn't look at all your raffle history. They added that shit. You can now.
I quit them every day. I quit them every day, and then someone that I know posts a tweet that says I won, and I say, well, that could be me.
Yeah.
And I enter
So
again.
I've won a couple. I've won fucking trash pandas. They're worth 5 sol each. But today my strategy was I put in a bunch of entries for raffles that were ending like around Trip and Ape public mint. I was like, Solana is going to be fucked all day. There's going to be none of this buy all your own tickets at the last minute bullshit. And that was like, to me, solid strategy. And I said, if I didn't win a single one, I'm fucking out. So I'm fucking out on raffles. And love you, Famous Fox. But yeah, no, that shit ain't for me anymore.
Until tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see.
Shit. We're down bad.
The playground video game tournament shit.
Shit's live.
You did the commentary on that, right?
Oh yeah. I guess that shit wasn't recorded. I was gonna say I'll make sure this next one's recorded, bro. That shit.
Yeah,
was
I want in dope. On that. I want to listen. I want to hear. Because I'm way better at talking shit than I am at Call of Duty. I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just like fucking just coming in that shit, bro. Like, and bro, there's some fucking beasts, bro. Like fucking people are getting
slapped up and clapped up.
Hey, facts, bro. I'm over here like taking tips on loadouts, like, oh, where should I drop this shit, bro? Like, no, it's definitely some dope shit, bro. It takes place over 3 Saturdays. We had it's 3 games per Saturday, and they're playing for if you get first or second or third place, then it's for first place, it's like 10 points, but it's 3 points per kill. So you could literally just go through and just clap everybody, bro. Like, and that's what some people are doing, bro. Like they're just going out here and, going full John Wick, you know what I mean? On steroids, bro. Just clapping shit. Like it's dope. Should
we form a DeGodCast official team?
You said what?
DeGodCast team. Let's go.
Yeah, hey, fuck yeah, bro. Hey, facts, bro.
Let's do it,
definitely. Bro. Yeah, absolutely, bro. I'll guide you guys, bro. Like, I'll tell you guys, like, I'll be like, you guys got the door and shit. It'd be like, yeah, we'll come out and start clapping shit. Fuck yeah.
As long, if we get points for like the shit talk part of it, I'm in because that's all I got when it comes to Call of Duty.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Facts. I'm definitely down to talk some shit, bro. As long as they don't record me, bro. I'm out here, bro.
Oh God, it gets like that. All right, cool. All right. So yeah, like I said, we got the boy Kook Capital in the building today.
Yo.
This is gonna be a fun one because I know like I've been around long enough that I've seen the Kook glow up and the blow up, and I think everyone in the DeGods community has had a little Kook exposure at some point. Everyone has a different opinion on the antics and the motive behind the antics. I personally, being an internet troll and having a disclaimer on my life that everything I say should not be taken seriously, am entertained. But we'll get into that a little bit. Kook, good to have you, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Sick. I'm good, man.
Beautiful.
Thanks a lot for having me. I'm really good. There was a couple glow ups and a couple blow ups though. I don't think it was just one. There's been like 4 or 5 of each.
It's been a roller coaster. We'll touch on that. So usually I like to give our guests a second just to, introduce yourself, give a little background to the people who maybe don't know who Kook is, maybe are new to the space or just, haven't been around, don't know the drill. Yeah. So give us a little background, a little intro on yourself for the people.
Sure, man. I would imagine actually probably a ton of people that listen to this have no idea who I am because I'm not really around DeGods too much. So, and I'm sure you guys have a ton of new listeners that weren't around in the early days. Yeah, it's funny, dude. Like I've been giving the pitch and the story on who I am like twice a day for a while now. It's really weird. Some of it's job interviews, like, so I don't know where to start. I don't want to do this job interview style. I guess I'll start with crypto and I'll move it quick and then focus on the DeGod stuff. I've been in crypto since pretty much the beginning, but I wasn't a huge believer until ETH. Like I was around when Bitcoin came out, working in legacy finance. I kind of liked it. I had a bit of Bitcoin, but I didn't think it was going to become this huge thing that was going to disrupt the world. Like I understood the proposition, but I wasn't like, yeah, this is fully going to work. Ethereum kind of changed it for me. I was like, oh, wow. I still don't think this is definitely going to work. Like it's probably not going to work, but it sounds so fucked up. If it does work, I can't watch all these nerds get rich. So I started to buy Ethereum. No, I swear to God, dude, that was the thesis. I was like, fuck, man, like it sounds sick. I can picture it. I don't have like a dev brain to like say whether or not it can happen. But like the conceptual papers and stuff, like right at the beginning, I was like, all right, like this is cool. If it happens, it's like revolutionary, like bigger than buying Apple in the 80s. It's like, I don't know, discovering oil and like you're Saudi Arabia or something. I don't know. It's like a big deal.
Rush.
Yeah. Yeah. But like you have the opportunity to just buy it from your couch. Like you don't have to like go and dig it up or something, you know? So yeah, I like thought it was pretty powerful. I was buying it, but I wasn't like a massive believer. And I was working in legacy finance the whole time. And like, I don't know, I guess like over time, everything solidified in my brain, like the way I looked at things. And then it was NFTs like coming out, and it wasn't the pictures stuff. I got involved because like I'm a DJ and I started investing on ETH, but it was like once you use cases and utility projects and like different things and like the idea of DAOs came about, and like that's when I started to get really involved. So at some point I moved from just being like a part of communities on ETH, and there was a few I was pretty big in. And I'm pretty big like in a couple Arbitrum communities too, and that comes from the ETH stuff.
Couple what?
But you know, Arbitrum, it's like an L2 ETH chain.
No,
if you've seen me tweet about this, we might. Have you ever seen me tweet about small brains, these monkeys?
No.
Oh man, I tweet about it all the time. Anyways, it's on Arbitrum. But yeah,
JB blocked you ages ago.
No, I just don't know shit about crypto.
But so no, neither. Like that's the thing. Like I'm deep in Arbitrum and Ethereum and then Sol, and that's it. I don't really branch out. And like actually, so the rest of the story are like, okay, so I'm on ETH and I'm in some communities and I'm doing some stuff and I'm having fun. And I'm like, I always liked Ethereum. I was an ETH maxi, but I wasn't a hardcore crypto dude. Like I wasn't like spending my life on, you know, crypto research and shit. I was just there. Yeah, I did the shitcoin era. Like I had some fun. I made a whole bunch of money on Cumrocket because like it was so stupid and hilarious. But I wasn't like, none of it for me was like, all right, this is the future fully. Like I knew it was never going away, but I didn't see the like massive world changing use case potential like I did when I got involved in like, it was really Solana, because I moved to Solana because my ETH buddy kind of got me to do it. Like he moved over. He was a big whale. Like these guys in this chat were buying like X copies and shit. It was fucked up. I was like the poor guy. And so this one dude moves to Solana and he's like, yo, you got to come over. Like, I'm like, nah, man, it's too hard. There's no fucking way. Like, I'm not learning another thing. I don't want to. I didn't even have a computer at this point. I was doing everything from my work computer and my phone. It's fucked up. I never had a personal computer until like after I launched the
kind of like Chapter.
Yes, I feel this. No, absolutely.
No, he's got 15 computers, but they're all from like 98.
Yeah, hey, facts.
Bro, it's like you don't need a lot of tech. I'm with you there, man.
Thank you, bro.
That's my homie, bro. You can get it done, man.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, on your phone, bro. Yeah, facts.
I launched the tacos from my phone. That's not even a joke.
That's a bar.
Checks out.
And like,
yeah,
so yeah, we'll get into that. But like, yeah, dude, I went to Sol because this guy got me to do it. He's like, dude, like it was when the geckos were minting and he made all this money. And I'm like, fuck, fine, I'll go see. And then I went over and like had some like money or whatever from ETH. And I just bought the monkey like right away because I was like, oh, this is the only one I think looks cool. Because at the time on Sol, like all the art looked super shitty. And if I had to rep one of them, I'm like, okay, like this is literally the only one that doesn't look like total shit at the time. And I just bought one that looked cool. I was like, all right, cool. I just want one that like looks cool because I'm just going to actually use it as a PFP. Because nothing on ETH, like I like 24px, but like, I don't know, the community got all fucked up and there was all, I don't know if you guys know what that project is, but it was really cool for
everything
a while.
As we go.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's 24px has a sick story. That was the first community I was like a big part of. But anyways, I wanted to get a PFP that I was going to use. So I went over, looked at them all. I liked the monkeys. I liked my monkey because I was like, oh, he looks like a sneaky little weirdo. And then I bought him. And then I just started to like have some fun. And yeah, I found DeGods like super early, like before the mint. And I minted. And then I bought a whole bunch more. Yeah, and I love DeGods. So like, obviously you guys were around. And I was like pretty big in the DeGods community. And like, I love the project. I still do. Like, I should mention right off the top, like, none of my opinions on DeGods, the project, like, I mean, there was like kind of the down period. And like, obviously I was criticizing the project. I think everything I said was valid. And actually, the correction of a lot of shit I was saying, I was one of the first people saying like PHBT is retarded and it should go away. But when I said it, everyone was like, "Fuck you, Coop." Like, I'm gonna kill you.
I agreed with you on that point.
Some people did, right? Some people gave it the time of day, and I mean, half of it's like I do it like a troll, right? I'm just like, yo, I do it in like for me the funniest way at the time. Maybe there was some missteps, but it was all valid criticisms of a project I did and do truly love. And so, yeah, I guess I got back. I got big in DeGods, and then I launched the tacos, and it was kind of like I did it myself, one dude from a phone, like deflationary project. Let's have some fun. It was super sick for a while. When I turned into like a villain, that was like, trying to like, I was getting all these messages. I was trying to run an alpha channel. I was throwing in every whitelist thing. It was the same meta as now, actually, except it was like low supply stealth mints.
Yeah.
And way more
which was
than
like
rugs.
the most degen era of Solana. Like,
seduce your daddies.
Yeah, like come on, dude. Anything that was like under like 700 supply, like we were trying to mint, and we were trying to mint in bulk because
we're gonna have the whole supply of this.
If you hit,
it.
We can own 25% of the whole supply, and if you hit like one of every 10, you still made a bag on it. So,
bro, that's what happened with the daddy seducers. I was in fucking Portugal on vacation, and I'm getting all these DMs, and I still want to work and shit because like at that time, I'm running a Discord by myself, and everyone's having a ton of fun. And like, it was based on basically me just telling stories in the Discord, which was fun. It was fucking sick. I'm just hanging out with the homies and me passing on whitelist shit that I would get. And it was all low supply, hyper degen bullshit. And I'd always be like, is this a rug? Like, whatever. And they'd be like, no. And those seducer guys came to me and they were in this DM. Yeah. I set it up with the Wiz. I'm like, bro, I can't even I set up a group chat and we were like going back and forth, and they were French and their English was shit. Yeah. And then they sent us this link, and the roadmap was like, I put it in the Discord. It was like so insanely mind-numbingly stupid. It was like mint daddy, and daddy can breed with mommy, and mommy plus daddy family. Can create rare baby. Yeah.
But I mean, like you look at it so now, dumb, it's like it's almost better to not have a roadmap. So like back then, having a roadmap would have been, was bullish. But
no, dude, if the seducers held off until now and tried to go for this current meta, it'd probably be 100 floor.
Besides the art being ass, and like the funny thing about seducers is you knew it was a rug the second you started minting, because I sent one of my buddies sold a mint because I was like out doing shit, and this was before Phantom Mobile, and he sent me a screenshot and said, "Hey, I minted us 8. 3 of them are the exact same." I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, there was only a few of them, right?
Yeah.
And then fucking dude, the Wiz, I was out at a bar in fucking Portugal, and I didn't even fucking know how bad it was, and he was minting them for me and shit. And he's like, dude, he's like the chat with those guys is gone. I'm like, what the fuck? So that was the first. That was the first really bad one, and then I had to stop doing that shit.
Yeah, let's So let's talk about tacos a little bit. I didn't know where I wanted to start here, but so being like a peak NFT flipper degen at the time that tacos was around, I don't have salt in my mouth from tacos, because aside from like everything that you were doing there, I was minting 8 fucking projects a day. 3 of them would rug, 3 of them would go below mint, 1 of them like would do nothing, and then maybe 1 of them I would make money on. And it was just
and
like
one of them was probably like a wallet drainer, dude. Like that time was crazy. Like,
so like I personally like, and also it's like, it's just fucking NFTs, dude. Like maybe it's just cause I'm a hardcore degen. Like I've minted enough rugs, and I've fucked myself, and I've been fucked enough times that like my entire thesis on this is like, it is what it is. It can go to 0. It can go to 100. But personally, I know, for the people who, maybe weren't there like at the concept of tacos. Tacos to me, because I was in like one of the first Twitter spaces, was I'm selling these tacos. The attributes are fucking the most ridiculous shit I could think of. It's deflationary. I'm going to burn tacos occasionally. The core quote unquote utility, which is what people would be looking for now, is I'm just going to try and get you guys whitelist, which at the time was like,
no, wait, the core utility was he was going to give us tacos for
yes, and I
each one
did.
that we
Depends
had.
on how hungry you were at the time of mint, but yeah, there were there were two core utilities.
We're hungry now, I'll tell you that.
One was that you could redeem your taco for an IRL taco. The other was like, all right, you just hold tacos and you know, Kook is going to try and get whitelist, which at the time, you're right, was kind of like the OG, you know, because whitelist meta hadn't even happened then. It was really just like finding. It wasn't even called whitelist. It was just like
no, it was like access and like trying to get like a private allocation. Like you would always sound really fancy.
You would always
like,
pull up in chat and you would say like, I've got a, and I can't fucking remember what it was, but you'd be like, I've got to play.
It wasn't even whitelist. It was like free mints. It was like free mints of something.
OG roll.
And then
shit like
Kook
that.
would obviously get like the king or whatever. They would mint it out early and give like Kook the #1 rarity of the whole thing.
Because this is Candy Machine version 1, so like the mints were organized. But anyways, fucking tacos, lots of calls, lots of alpha. Some of it bad, some of it good. Like I want to get that out of the way at first, because like I know people who are like, I lost so much money on tacos, and it's like I mentioned a couple of things that made me money. I minted fucking 8 daddy seducers and I lost it all. Like that was the name of the game back in the day. But so let's start with, I guess, all right, you minted tacos off your phone. You and Wiz.
Do you want me to go into like what my view of what the tacos were and are is?
Yeah.
Like just real quick, because you did a pretty good job actually. What you explained is basically what the tacos were to me. Wiz had nothing to do with it actually. No one I knew in real life knew I was doing any NFT shit at all. Including Wiz. He didn't find out about NFTs until I was about like 2 or 3 days away from, or was he in tacos? I don't know.
He was in tacos, basically, at least towards the mid/end.
Yeah, he must have come in at the end, because the first time he like did anything like work related or like resembling work was on the frogs. The tacos was all me, like 100%. So yeah, okay, what I wanted it to be, I was like, okay, cool deflationary project, funny art that's obviously total bullshit, everyone can laugh at. I set it up so like I think 60% of the supply went to the boys at 0.15, and the public mint was at 0.25. So like I didn't outright say it, but it was set up from the beginning for like, you know, the homies to make a little bit of cash, right? That's how I did it. And so from there, it was like, okay, what are we going to actually do with the project? Well, I'm one dude, it's funny art, like I'm going to burn them because of decreasing supply. If it's a fun place to hang out, it'll be, you know, in demand. Cool. That's easy. I can do that. Like I can actually do it. And then I was like, you know what? And if you want to destroy the thing, I'll send you a fucking taco. And then when the meta, I did send 3 of them within Canada only.
Wait, you mailed a taco?
Yeah, I just shoved a shitty taco in a Ziploc bag, and the guy never got it. Yeah, it was like that part of it was ridiculous, right? But like people were DMing me, so I was like, all right, I'll do it. But when that meta changed, I actually formally removed the like IRL mailing thing, but people didn't really. I just kept getting questions about it, so I just stopped talking about it. But I changed it. I was like, okay, guys, like I'm not going to be mailing tacos, but I'm going to do this like meta thing where I'm going to get allocations from projects, and I'm going to try to make this money that way. And I did that for a while, and I worked super hard at it, to be honest. You know, it was like the meta now, like you said, my DMs were full of these shitty projects, and I'd have to pick a couple and like, you know, which ones are going to work. And they'd always be like, all right, do it. And we'll like, yeah, you know, we're derivative SMB number 20. Like I'm the king of like 10 of those things, dude. But yeah, that's just how it was. And so I was running around trying to do as much as I can. Like, I think I had the best intentions, but yeah, like so much of it was rugs. And now it's sort of like, oh, you got rugged. Like you didn't see the signs. You didn't DYOR.
Right. So
but then it was like, I got rugged. Fuck Kook. Like,
I'm gonna put one more comment on that, and then we can talk about you know, something else, or we can talk about like specific rugs, fucking whatever. Like
no,
you're absolutely
going,
right.
Man.
So now, like, and using DDAO as an example, right? Like they do whitelist giveaways all the time. You know, you maybe even spend dust to get whitelist. Every single one is accommodated with like a DYOR. You know, we have no responsibility in this project. Like that 100%. Like if you're in a project, you probably enter fucking 10 whitelist giveaways a day. A lot of them either like soft rug, hard rug, don't mint out. Like a lot of projects just end up being shit. But at the end of the day, like you enter fucking everything because like that's what we do as DGens. We're trying to get that one that hits 100x. And to me, what tacos was the same shit that we do now. And I shouldn't lump DDAO in that because they have their entire alpha team like vets every project that wants to collab, and they do a very good job of like not having bullshit. But I'm in a lot of projects where like the whitelist giveaway channel is literally just every fucking project that possibly hits the market. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to enter every single one of these and like, we'll see what happens with it. Right. So tacos at the time was a fucking shotgun, right? It was a numbers game. And if one of them hits like 10x or more, like great, a lot of them are going to go to fucking zero. So like, I know a lot of people might listen to this with the mindset coming in like, oh, Kook gave me whitelist for this fucking project that went to zero. And it's like, it happens every fucking day. So I just want to get that out of the way because I'm not trying to, and I'm not defending like maybe Daddy Seducers isn't the best example, but like maybe you could have done, a little bit of a better job of vetting projects. But that time in Solana was the fucking Wild West, bro. Like I shit you not, I was minting 8 projects a day. Like I was happy if I didn't lose money on 5 of the 8. It just is what it is. So I don't want.
But you're kind of an idiot when it comes to that.
I'm a fucking degenerate, bro. Like I will admit that. I will admit that in person. I'm a fucking degenerate.
Yeah, and you were teamed up with Kook for some of those projects that rugged.
No, I wish. I would have probably gotten a cut of the mint funds at least.
What about that diamond one? What was that diamond one?
Wait.
What diamond
one?
Dude,
that diamond one, I got rugged for 100 privately on that.
Oh, in
all these ones, diamond out. That, yeah, dude.
What was it called? What's the fork? What's the fork? OHM.
Ohm fork.
It was Ohm fork.
Were both.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I didn't even know what DeFi was, bro. Like I aped into Invictus because I was like, oh my god, the 5-day APY on this is crazy. I didn't know anything.
Are you in, bro?
Yeah.
I aped that so hard. Like that's the thing. Okay, wait. I might as well just say this. Every single rug you guys are talking about, you're like, oh man, like you gave me whitelist, I got rugged. First of all, I don't know why it's so bad when I give someone whitelist and then the project sucks. That's a whole different thing.
That's my point.
Anywhere someone got rugged and I was anywhere near it, I got rugged times a fucking 100. Everyone knows that. Ask Frank.
No, you and Dylan, like that, and that was part of what I didn't know it. I don't think it was Diamond DAO, bro. It was something else, or maybe it was.
It was like Funky Diamonds or something.
You're thinking of Rise. I think
Rise,
right?
like Rise DAO. Yeah,
Rise was the
Rise DAO, and we all asked to be mods, and they let us be mods, and then they gave us a private allocation each.
Yeah,
and we were all like, "Yo, we're gonna be so fucking rich from this," and I literally like. I mean, I didn't have 80 soul at the time, and the mod allocation was like 80 soul. So that's the only thing that like fucked me up about it. And it's not, I don't put this personally on you. Like we all, when this happened, were like, you know what? It is what it is. Like it was too good to be true. Shit happens. But I like was looping people into my mod allocation of 80 soul because I didn't have 80 soul. And then literally we send the 80 soul. And like a couple hours later, the whole Discord is gone. But dude, there was Babylon DAO. There was like at least 4 or 5 other Ohm forks that like I didn't even participate in because they were so like quote unquote exclusive that all just fucking hard rugged immediately. Like
I got rugged for across all of those. I think it was 250 soul, and at the time, soul was worth like a shitload of money. So it sucked. I mean, I was bro. The way I like to put it, I mean, maybe not everyone's going to agree with it, but I was using the resources I had and the scale I had. I was working as hard as possible to like deliver for dudes that bought my NFT because I thought that was sick. I just wanted to deliver for the homies, and there was rugs everywhere. And if anyone got fucked up, I got fucked up way worse on the same shit.
Can I say what I think the issue was? I think the issue was you brought these people along on the ride with you. They trusted you because you had an SMB or whatever reason they decided to trust you. It was idiotic. And then it was a rug. And then it was like, oh, sorry, I didn't know. But everyone aped into this project. We're going to make it all back. And it was a rug. And it was like, that happened like 7 times probably.
Can I counter that before Kook does?
It's
because
like
I didn't even obviously do any of this, but I already have an argument against that. So
yeah, we're gonna let Kook respond to it. But yeah, so like that's what I think was going on, and a lot of people felt like. But I personally, like, I don't know, I flipped tacos. I saw what was going on. Like, you gave it to us for 0.1 and it minted for 0.25. Like, that's an easy sell immediately. So that's what I did.
They were above like 1 SOL or 2 SOL at one point too.
And I also realized that this isn't going well every single time. And for some reason, Kook always has like the rabbit with the fucking king's crown, or the alien with the king's crown, or whatever. So like I kind of realized what was going on early on, but a lot of people just kept on following you, and it kept on happening. And then beyond that, you kind of had the troll attitude, like, oh, well, fuck it. Sorry, guys. That's just Kook, you know?
I would love to respond.
Go for it.
Okay. So the first thing is, all those NFTs you're referencing, I still have them. So it's not like they were flipped around for some soul, you know, like I'm not really active and I don't trade. So those guys that gave me the king, like it'd be a little bit fucked up to turn around and sell it. So I still have them all. And I can show you too. And then on the thing about, you know, stuff being rugs and you just being like, oh yeah, I got to stop. Why do you think I stopped, homie? Because it was too many rugs and it was too risky. And I was like, no, man, like
Sure.
I was getting threats. People were all fucked up about it. It sucked for me. I was getting rugged way worse. Like it wasn't worth it. Like I was running around. That was the work I could do with the scale and resources I had. I'm like, okay, what's the best way to deliver for the project? Run around and try to get people deals and try to make people money. And when it got too risky and it was hurting people more than it was helping them, I stopped.
I understand that. I'm just trying to bring some perspective here.
So again, being like a degen who was minting everything at that time, who minted a bunch of tacos also, that again were like fucking free, 0.1, 0.2. Like I hit baby kaijus, the cute little blue dinosaur motherfuckers. That shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thanks for shouting out one of the good ones.
15x. And then whatever that
Easy
calculator
15,
shit
yeah.
was, that shit.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say you guys made some money
20x.
off some calculators, right?
Yeah, bro.
And
Like
if you guys,
here's the thing,
you
bro.
want to hear about due diligence with the calculators, just real quick, because you remember that thing was a mint pass and it was one of the first ones, and so that's why it was cool. Everyone flipped and made some money, but then he released the second project and it was like those weird dogs.
Yeah, it was
and the first time he showed them to me, I was like, dude, what is that, a bear? And he's like, it's a dog. And I'm like, it looks like a bear. He's like, it could be a bear. I'm like, dude, no. Like, and then I never ever used another one of his projects.
Name.
And I told everyone, I'm like, no, this thing's kind of fucked up. And I didn't, like, after that, I was done with that dude. So I did do, like, you know, when I saw shit, given the resources I had, right? You're talking about DeGods. I know they go in and vet projects. Like, there's a real like due diligence process. That shit didn't exist, man. Like, but I did it where I could.
And the point I was going to make earlier is like, when, I don't know what the best example for this recently is, but like, you know, when Balloonsville rugged, everyone on Twitter was like, I mean, you really, like, there were some 15-year-olds that made YouTube videos and you fucking, and like, that was the entire project and you aped into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now there is this, because, and I'll preface this by saying there has been a shit ton of rugs, and especially the time around, you know, tacos was in this gunslinger, like Solana NFT time, there was fucking rugs 3 times a day, but they were low supply at least. So it wasn't like, you know, 5,000 people got fucking rugged of a few SOL each. But now there's like this responsibility put on people where if something rugs, it's like the influencers on Twitter are like, well, I mean, you didn't look into the project at all. Like, they had this shitty roadmap or they had nothing going on and like you still bought anyways. And it's like, to me, NFTs, crypto, like all this shit has always been a fucking gamble. So like, if I lose, I lose, right? And I just go on to the next one and I try and win. So I don't think, and again, I'm not trying to like fucking defend Kook, because I do agree that, you know, something like Daddy Seducers, maybe we could have passed on. Maybe you could have maybe done all the research in the world and it would have seemed all right. But like, you know, some of the stuff was probably just so ass that like we could have passed on. But again, that time was just like, you fucking mint everything and hope it moons.
I mean, it was that time. It was fun. Like, we looked at it and we were all like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking autistic!"
I
like, we
told
have
you,
to mint this.
I sent Soul to fucking one of my homies, dude. I was bullish. I was like, "Yo, I'm sending you Soul because I cannot miss this mint. I have to get some Daddy Seducers." Like at the
I was literally
time,
like, it's too autistic to fail. Like it's too at
the time, I was like, I'm gonna make a tiny little bag off of this, and then it just hard rugged, and the Discord was gone, and I was like, yeah, on to the next one because there was 15 a day. So,
dude,
all right, so
that was. Yeah, we can move on if you guys want to.
Well, before we move on, I want to know, what can we do, because there are obviously people who are still salty about tacos. And
I should address something right away. I think that people think for some of those rugs, like Daddy Seducers, I was getting paid or I was getting a cut in some way. And I want to say, for the record, I was not. Like, guys were coming into my Discord. For Seducers, for example, I thought I had all this power because they'd come in. I'd be like, oh, let me see the roadmap. And then they'd show it to me. And I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. It might work. And then what are you guys going to sell it for? And what's the supply? And I'm like, okay, give me like 80% of the supply. And I actually want the price to be a little lower. I forget what it ended up. They wanted to do like 0.4 or something. And it ended up being 0.2 for us, or I don't remember exactly.
Which is hilarious because that was the meta at the time.
And that was the benefit that I would get for the Discord. It wasn't like, and Hot Sauce accused me. He's like, oh, you would like bring me shitty mints and some of them are rugs and you're probably getting paid. I'm like, dude, like, no. So if that's part of it for people, I just want to talk about that and say that right out in the open. You can trace the wallets, whatever the fuck. I'll help you do it.
I don't know. I'm not an accuser. I'm like a slightly benefit of the doubt guy. I just think like, you probably made some stupid like collab decisions. And when I say collab, I just mean like, yeah, if you run an alpha Discord, I'm sure every project hits you up and be like, yo, give, your Discord whitelist spots for our project. It just is what it is.
All of them, man. I don't even run alpha anymore at all. I specifically talk about how I don't do it.
There's a reason that I don't call anything, bro, because anything can go to fucking zero immediately. And I just,
or a million.
Or a million,
I still have like DMs full of it, like.
So what do you think that we can do to? Well, first of all, I know somebody else took over tacos, which I don't think they've done anything, and that's like neither here nor there. Like that ship has long sailed. But
I did work hard on that. So I transitioned it to a guy from Illuminati that like I've worked with since the beginning, and he's my homie.
Which was another fire collab. I won that. I floored that shit for 9 Sol immediately at the time. That was like one of the bigger come ups I've ever had.
There was ways to make money in the tacos, man. I was doing what I could. Like I was trying it all. But yeah, so I transitioned. No one even knows that. People are like, oh, tacos is a soft rug. It's a rug. I'm like, no, man, I transitioned it to a new owner for free. All the wallets, like all the assets I had. Like I gave everything up. I don't have anything.
Well, it's still a soft rug because the new owner hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I know. But I still, I did.
Attempt, sure.
I told them I'll promo it for free. But I did more than a lot of fucking projects do, I think, and I don't know, man. I don't know what I can do.
It is what it is.
Something else I can do, I'll do it.
We're gonna tell you.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I have fucked myself in life so many times that I'm just like, when something bad happens, I'm like, it was my fault. Probably I'll move on to the next thing. It is what it is. So like, I don't sympathize and I don't relate with the this is all your fault, you fucked me people. So that's
for sure
maybe why I might be coming across as like, again, I'm not necessarily trying to defend you. Like I was there, I watched it all happen. But
let me be the voice of the accuser. Then.
Okay, so
I'm not an accuser because I made it out pretty much unscathed and I had fun the entire time.
Yeah.
But when I brought this up to like people in the DDAO, one of the main things was that they think that you're a compulsive liar. So like they're not going to believe anything you're saying right now. So like. I don't know why. Someone said that you told them
this took
you
a
were
turn.
20. Someone said that you told them you were 21, and then someone said that you told them you were 65.
Well, 69 would have been what I said.
Okay, sure.
I don't know. You guys have been on the internet for a while, right? Are you familiar with this term called trolling? You know about trolling, right? Like,
how old are you, though?
37.
I was gonna say 39, but. Well, this is the thing, and this has always been my argument or defense, I guess you could say, of Kook, and we can get into DeGods after this, but like when Kook pulled up in the DeGods Discord every day and pissed off every single holder, or like when he tells people he's 65 or blah blah blah, or like I pull up after, usually like in the aftermath of whatever the fuck just went on, because I'm not a Discord guy, and someone's like, oh, Kook was here. I'm like, oh, well, like you guys knew that he was bullshitting about every fucking thing that he said, right? So I feel like there is a large percentage of what we're about to talk about that is just people like, and I've had to learn this, honestly, like my persona on Twitter, and honestly, like how I approach most things is like, I keep it light. I joke around. It's all fun and games, but I don't necessarily know that about other people, right? Like when somebody maybe comments on one of my tweets or like replies to something that I say, and my initial read on it is, oh, this person is like talking shit and like, you know, trying to catch these hands. And it turns out like they were just joking and like being a fucking troll and like being a dickhead on the internet because it's fun to do. Like not everyone has that initial instinct to realize when somebody says something that's like incredibly stupid or outlandish or like mean or aggressive or whatever, that maybe, and this is in no way a defense that you can like pull up and be aggressive, mean, fucking whatever with no repercussions, but like people, you know, maybe take things a hair too seriously. So on that note, let's start with what was the first thing you did that made everybody in DeGods hate you? Because I vividly remember like pulling up and it was before DDAO. It was like when we had the OG DeGods server, and literally
I was in the chat for that. It was hilarious.
Everybody was like,
fuck honestly, Kook. Man, there's no way for me to remember like part of this that's so hilarious to me. Like this is amazing. Like, bro, everything we're talking about, even the tacos at that time, like I think I had like 3,000 Twitter followers or something like that. So it's different, but it's actually still the same. Like, honestly, I'm just a troll, dude. Like I've always been a troll. I've been a troll since I was a little kid. I was trolling before the internet. Like I'm like the perfect troll. My goal in life is to be like a benevolent troll. So take no victims. Now I don't really take victims when I troll. Actually, you'll see it's like good-natured trolling. In those DeGod days, I was still like a bit of an evil troll. See your memories. Like,
you're saying your goal now is to be okay.
Yeah, but I'm just a troll. Whatever was going on in DeGod,
you came in fucking hot a lot of the time.
I used to love to go in there and like, because I did love the project and I thought it was sick and I thought it was supposed to be this degen thing, so I could be a little wild. Because like I try to like tailor my trolling to like the ceiling, right? Like, yeah, what's the ceiling? Like, what can you do here? Like, what's going to cross the line a bit, right? And I do that everywhere. Like in Small Brains, it's hilarious. It's fucking PG-13.
Oh, the Mickey's like, walk-in is an absolute bloodbath.
It's that would be fun. But so I used to just go in there, and because I also like the project, I one of the like macro really meta ways I used to like super troll is sometimes I'd go in and just be like a gnarly fucking troll and just stir up some fucked. And I'd be on my phone, right? And so then I'd just bounce and like come on in like 3 hours and see what happened. And then fuck around more. But then sometimes I'd go in and I'd like talk like I was a fucking PhD or something. And I'd drop all this crazy like perspective and like, different stuff. And I would mix it up and I would really fuck around. And I was just having fun. Because actually, I'm banned from Reddit forever. Like before I had Twitter or like did anything on the internet, I used to carry around my phone. No, but I'm serious, bro. I'm banned on like 10 accounts and it's not worth it. And so, but I didn't like, I used to just tell stories. It was like creative writing. And some of it was true. Most of it was true stuff. But like, yeah, I don't know. I used to like Reddit and no one knew who I was on there. None of my friends had Reddit. And I just like was an internet troll and it was sick. And I was also kind of a real life troll here and there. But yeah, it's all trolling, bro. And so I was trolling in DeGods and I also liked the project. So I'd let my thoughts out. And in one way or another, I got popular. And it was because I got popular in DeGods, even though I was super polarizing, some people loved me and some people hated me. Then I was like, man, all these dummies are launching projects everywhere and they're shit. And that's when I got the idea to try to do the tacos. But yeah, it's all trolling. The answer to your question, trolling.
Okay. So two things. As a 37-year-old man, why are you basing your personality off being a troll, for one thing? And the second thing is... I'm not basing
my personality off being a troll, dude. I just like being a troll. I'm very, very complex.
So you're not...
We can talk about it
so
if you
it's
want.
just who you are.
I've got a real life comparison to that. I have a coworker whose husband trolls the neighborhood Facebook group that they live in, right? Which like, sorry to all the Zoomers out there. Like there's this thing called Facebook, and sometimes there's these groups where like people who all live in the same area, you know, are in the same group together. And I do have a coworker whose husband thrives off of posting completely fake, made up stories on these Facebook groups just to get people to comment on them and like start fucking fights. So like, not
you should see my Google Guides history, man.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, because that seems like a lot of fucking work to me, and it seems you know, not worth it. But just to say that like I've seen this in real life, live action happen.
Hold on, my Google Guides history and my Google review like set. It's called 5 stars only, and I only give things 5 stars, and I just write like crazy, hilarious bullshit. It's all positive. Like I don't. So it's not meant to start fights. This is part of the benevolent trolling initiative. Just want to say that. I'm not on Facebook trying to start fights. I haven't turned a new leaf. It's like leveling up in trolling. It's way harder.
To be a nice troll?
Yeah, dude, it's way harder. Trust me.
So I was going to say, I remember what happened in the DDAO because I was there. And it wasn't even that crazy. It was just like you came in and I think we were probably like at our low, like around 3 or 4 soul floor. It had been a couple months. I think Frank was burnt out and not doing anything, like legitimately, like it was almost rugging. And you were like, this guy made $4 million off of the mint and he's done nothing. Like at least Tia's Tacos has gotten blah, 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 blah. And you like kept saying it. And people were getting Frank? More and more heated. Yeah. He was saying like Frank hasn't done anything. He got $4 million. He's in the Bahamas or some shit.
I mean,
which was true at the time. It was true at the time,
homie.
It was true.
Homie.
Frank was not in the Bahamas though. He's never been to the Bahamas.
Okay, fine. But like he was just like,
he wasn't
doing anything. Yeah. But so that's what happened. And people were getting triggered and you were just like, kind of like every time you saw someone got triggered, you would just keep pressing and pressing. That's what happened. And then like you got banned eventually by.
Sounds like trolling, man.
Well, exactly.
And then didn't you guys set up like some kind of a weird rap battle Twitter Spaces thing where it was me against like 300 people, and I think I actually looked pretty good too.
I remember that. I didn't partake because it pulled up kind of late Eastern time, but
it was all because I was kind of criticizing the project, you know, and I was doing it in a trollish way, but
which is funny because AK
was just like, no,
and I think some of the mods at the time criticized the project, and now they're on the core team and they get paid.
Yeah, it's all good, dude. Like, I don't know. Frank tried to hire me way back, like a couple times, dude. And way back.
You were a mod for a second, and then
I didn't even know I was a mod when I was a mod.
I didn't know
actually.
You were a mod. What a gentleman, too, putting himself on mute to roll a joint. Like, we had Function on here outdoors in the wind, rolling 13 joints and smoking them where we couldn't even hear ourselves think.
Function said, fuck your podcast.
I'm hardly even smoking much weed at all because I don't want to sound like a weirdo.
Twitter space, because I remember I think I was like doing shit, and then there was like a Twitter space, and it was like
yeah, it was like, hilarious.
Like Kook said, it was like fucking Kook versus
the world.
Yeah, Kook v World, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no, so I fucking like come in here and I'm like, bro, like
sort of like a trolling magnum opus, but I took it too far. I probably could have done better if I just kept the DeGod's community. Like, imagine, I've still done okay. Like,
you'd have 100,000 followers right now.
I've done okay. Yeah, it's
Easy.
Funny. I've done okay, even with DeGod's fucking all hating me and DeGod's becoming like the biggest deal. It's hilarious. Yeah. I don't even know how the fuck it
We've
like.
Talked
still
about
work,
that a little bit. Like you've slightly learned how to reel it in a little. Like I
kinda.
Yeah, there's a point where sometimes it's beneficial to say, hey guys, you know, I was just fucking around. Like it's all fun and games. You never had that point back in the day. I feel like you were like, I'm gonna drag you into the fucking dirt, and this will not end.
I would press it because it was always hilarious to me. Because it took me so long to realize that any of this shit could be anything resembling a real job. Like, I was a pure troll with, like, no intention to act. Like, the whole thing was a game until very recently. So, and even when it's not a game, it's still a game because, like, it's fun. And if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. So, I still have to troll. But, yeah, like, finding the balance has been a little tough for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit more business-minded, like, you know, lately. And you can probably tell, hopefully not tell in a way that it's fucking lame, but.
I was gonna say, speaking of fun, let's kind of move on from that kind of like downer shit. And
wait, before we do that, because I was gonna get this in earlier.
Oh, fuck.
No.
All right, more downer shit.
This is gonna be positive. Before we do that, how do we derug tacos ourselves? Like, can I go to the bar on Sunday and order tacos for me and my wife, and then send you, I don't know, a screenshot of my bill, and then send you like 6 of my Tio's tacos, and then you reimburse me the soul for the bill or something? Like, what can we do to like completely reverse this tacos rug and turn it into something where people can still quote unquote like redeem for IRL tacos?
No, I like this. It's like sort of like rewarding the original holders.
It's an out.
Like, kind of. Yeah, I like it. I like this idea, JB, and I want to do it. But it would be hard for me right now to say, everybody send me your fucking Friday night out bill and I'll hit you with soul. But I like it. And yeah, I think I've told you in the DMs a bunch of times, I'll buy you tacos or something.
Well, the preface on that is I have to like do it in person, which is hard.
What about if they still are holding the taco, at least, at the very least?
I think I'll think about it, and for sure, you guys, I'll do something for you. I'm serious. I do this from time to time. Like the other day, I sent someone one soul to pay for their beer and pizza. They were messaging me about the tacos, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they were sick, man, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "What's your address? Here's a soul."
Let's figure out a way that works for everyone that is like blockchain verifiable. Because I have 11 tacos. Granted, like a handful of those you gave me for free, so I do appreciate that. But like I definitely have enough tacos to redeem for, I don't know, like 3 tacos and a margarita.
Yes, I want to say this is an idea that will be explored to the fullest.
Word. All right.
And something will be delivered to the homies for sure.
Let's fucking go.
Word. Roadmap 6.9 coming out soon.
So beyond all this downer stuff, it sounds like you're kind of doing well. You moved to Portugal. You're having fun. I don't know. I just kind of want to hear more about like what's going on and how you're living.
Bro, my life is fucking crazy. If we want to talk about not NFTs for a second.
No.
Oh man. Yeah. So, okay. Like right around the time I launched the tacos, or right after, it was like December, and it was kind of, COVID was tapering down, and I'm like, fuck, like I got to get out of Canada. Like I've been sitting in my apartment. Like I was, for a while during COVID, I was living in Tofino with my ex-girlfriend, who was a New York Times bestselling like cookbook author, and she was working on a new book. So all I did was surf and smoke weed and eat. Yeah, it was fucking so sick, and trade NFTs like on Ethereum. And so anyways, I moved to the city and I'm living in this apartment, and it fucking sucks. And I can't surf. And me and my girlfriend are fighting a lot because of fucking COVID, and it was just shitty. And we broke up, and I did the tacos, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going on vacation. And I went to Portugal. And like, while I was here, in parallel to all that crazy stuff happening with like seducers and everything else. And I mean, everyone who's in the Discord knew I was in fucking Portugal because I was talking about it. I met this dude, became friends, and ended up like moving in with him for a bit. And like all that DeGod's beef went down when I was living with him in December. And I was surfing a lot and just having a lot of fun, and realizing I can just kind of work remote probably if I want to. And so I went back to Canada in the middle of January, and I had already booked a trip to Sri Lanka. If I'm talking weird, it's because I'm concentrating really hard rolling this joint. I went on this trip to Sri Lanka that I already had booked from like the end of January to like almost the end of February. So I was almost back in Canada for no time. But I had this girlfriend. She was in the Frogs Discord, Mel. You guys probably would have seen her. This crazy relationship. She was like telling me I should move to Portugal, and my homie in Portugal was telling me I should move there. And I was like, nah, it's crazy. And I went to Sri Lanka, and I was like surfing and just doing wild shit.
Was Mel a DeGod or no? Am I thinking of someone else?
I gave her a DeGod. Yeah, she has a DeGod.
Was she the one that was snapping on us? What was her name again? Chapter. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Fucking
that was Jules. Jules is the like feisty one.
What was her name? Meta Girl.
And Jules was a part of your project too, right? Yeah.
Jules was part of my project. My project was like 70% girls, dude.
I remember that because that was the roadmap, dude.
Oh,
the OnlyFans girls were different. Girls. JC, yeah, she was on it before she was doing whatever she's doing now. and then I had Jackie.
You
Sorry.
idiot.
And then
wait, JACI Jackie.
I had Nicole, dude.
Yeah, the 5'2" tatted rave girl or whatever is her.
Sounds like that song.
Yeah.
Keisha.
I had them all, man. I had them all. I had them all first.
Is that
number
5?
Because I used to run around.
I got Angela, Sangela, and Rita.
That was part of my. That was part of my like creativity.
Laura.
That was like stuff that cost
So
no money.
creative,
Is
bro.
I ran around and I just got, dude. I had all the chicks on my project, bro.
I remember
and
that.
people
That was
liked
part
it.
of the
And it-
roadmap, dude. That was the utility.
Yeah, dude. I had
man.
those chicks were getting DMs, man. It was crazy. So, and that was just like stuff I could do with my resources, you know. So I was working hard. That's all. But okay, so I go back to Canada in December, and I'm dating this chick. She was like 21, like a musician, and she was all like, "Move to Portugal, like do it." And I'm like, I don't know. I go to Sri Lanka and I'm surfing, and I'm just like, fuck. Like I didn't even wear shoes for a month in Sri Lanka. The whole time I was there, I didn't wear shoes or socks or sandals or anything. Bare feet only. Was walking around over garbage and glass and shit, surfing. It was wild. And so I go back from Sri Lanka. The whole time I was there, my homie in Portugal, he's like, dude, just come back. What are you doing? And I'm like, fuck, I should do it. And I went back to Canada for like 6 days. So I haven't been in Canada at all since December.
Yeah.
When I went back to Canada, like at the beginning of March, I landed like March 1st or something. And I came back to Portugal March 6th. I didn't even I brought my work computer, a bunch of crypto computers, some clothes, 2 surfboards. And that's it. So I don't even have any shit here. I bought a car. I bought all this shit. I just fully live here now.
What's the tax situation?
I've now done well. Now I'm a tourist, so I got to drive to Gibraltar on Friday. And
There's a rock there.
I gotta leave. I'm gonna leave. It might be. I have to.
In Charleston, it is.
I gotta leave the EU just for like a day or like an hour, and then just get snapped back in to get my passport because I'm not gonna have a visa yet. So I got a couple options for the visa. I'm probably going to get a job here soon. I've been in a lot of like late stage interviews for some exciting stuff. I was hoping I was going to have something finalized that like
Web3 or Web2 jobs.
No, it's like this is a Web3 job, like a really cool job. I really wanted to talk about it, but it's not ready yet. Probably by the time this comes out, it'll be ready.
Kook has alpha.
I want to so bad, but I can't.
You're going to give us whitelist?
This is part of no, it's not that kind of. It's actually like. Yeah, it's cool. I'd love to talk about it, man. I'll tell you guys about it when I know about it.
Taco.
Do you still hold a bunch of DeGods? Do you still have the Alaska background?
Oh man, I have that one because it's my favorite. But I only have 3. I never sold one. Man, dude, I gave those to people for bonuses for people that worked on my project that like I couldn't pay.
Back when it was like 5
or I sold them. Yeah, no, the worst I had to sell one at. I never really lost money, but like. I still had some sales that stung. Like I had to sell 1 or 2 around like 10 or 12 or 15. I had to sell a couple around like 25 or 30.
You want to talk about sales that sting, bro. I bought 3 of fucking your boy, the Wiz's DeGods off him at 4 over the counter.
Yo, I just saw a sale on the sales bot for $350 and I said, hey, I recognize that one. And it was one I used to hold and I clicked it. And the last sale was in February, and it was 11 sold, and it was me selling it to the guy that just sold it for $350. So
I saw that guy tweet the Silk Road one, right?
Yeah,
it's not dead yet, right?
No, he deaded it immediately.
Okay,
it wasn't, but now it is.
I saw the guy that sold it, and he was like, "Oh, this is life-changing money for me." And I saw that after you tweeted, "Oh, I sold this at 11 sold."
Wait! I forgot to tell you something about the life stuff that's pretty funny. Sure. I never told my bank that I moved to Portugal, so they think I'm in Canada still. And yeah, I do meetings at weird times, and I do almost nothing. I've set up this whole like thing.
Bank,
it's
like
hilarious.
You mean the bank that you work at?
Yeah, because I
like, what does your fucking bank care where you live?
Oh no, yeah, okay, my job because I have a real job still. So I work at like a bulge bracket bank. I don't have no job, right?
What does that mean?
What is that?
Yeah, I work at a huge bank. Like I work at the biggest bank in Canada. I guess that's all I'll say, but now it's really easy to find out what it is. It doesn't
like
matter.
The 15th biggest bank in the U.S.
No, it's one of the biggest.
Which hockey arena do they own?
Yeah, one of them. But no, I'm just saying, like, it's to help further illustrate the picture. Like, I'm kind of a sketchy dude, like I kind of moved here secretly with no plan, and I'm trying to make it work. And I'm getting really close, so it's going to be a happy ending. I'm just almost there. Yeah, it's kind of
work from Portugal.
It's like a 9-hour time difference.
DGen hours. What are your thoughts on? I mean, I don't know. I don't think you pay that much attention anymore to DeGods, but like, what do you think about, the glow up? What do you think about buying the big three, Dead Gods, Duppy's coming up? Like, do you pay attention at all? Do you have any, shit you want to hash out?
I love it. I love it. I never wanted to sell a single DeGod. I think I was right about the entire thesis, so it kind of stings to have 3 and not 20. But no, I love the way that he turned the project around, man. And the new art's sick. I think he created the new focus on art as a meta. I think probably the way that Solana will grow. I don't necessarily like the projects that are doing it now. Like, I don't know. I want to see some other shit come out and do super well. But yeah, I think DeGod's glow up kind of kickstarted everything we're seeing now, which is sick. Dust has become a real thing that's important, and I think that's really cool the way that he did that. So I love DeGods. I think it's
don't
sick.
sell your dust.
I think the big three thing to me, it's I don't love it. It's cool-ish, I guess, but I don't know. It's a push into pop culture, and but I never knew what the big three was. I know you have to start somewhere, so I'm just trying to find points against it. Right, I'm not going to sit here and just say DeGods is the best, right? There's stuff that I would probably do a little.
I won't say that I hate basketball, but of all the major sports, I guess I would put baseball below it. But yeah, I literally had no initial thoughts on the big three thing. But then I thought a little bit about it from a marketing standpoint. And okay, we're talking DeGod's logo on national TV and shit. And I was like, all right, I can see it. It makes more sense to me now. And then in the week after that, it was Gary V, Snoop Dogg, Moonbirds, all the biggest names in crypto, and then some names, big names in general bought in, and I was like, damn, bro, Frankie did it again.
And the thing
dude.
is, we have 30,000 SOL in the DAO still. It's it wasn't a drop in the bucket, so
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just want to balance out praise with what I would see as things I wouldn't have done. So it's definitely a move. It's a pop culture entrance.
You don't have to talk shit on everything.
It could be sick. No, I'm not talking shit on it. I'm just saying that's a move I wouldn't have done, right? I wouldn't have done
TBD.
the other ones
it remains to be seen.
I'm not smart enough.
What will happen?
But yeah, I'm not fully sold on it yet, we'll say. And the other everything else I described about the project, I think has been absolute 10 out of 10.
Yeah. You coming to NYC at all?
I don't know, man. I was thinking about that, but I don't think so. I got too much crazy life stuff, so I'm trying to sort my life out first before I start traveling around for crypto. But if some of the stuff I'm alluding to happens, then I'll be at all that stuff all the time.
Can you tell us what Salon and Monkey business is doing?
Dude, I can't. That's hilarious. If you want to talk about SMB, I used to be on the strategic team. I think they hate me because I'm too trollish, and they're not trolls at all.
Seems to be a common theme.
So
that's not their
vibe. It wouldn't be the first.
I don't really interact with them. Hey, you know what, man? Crypto needs trolls. Since when its NFTs are too nice or something?
I agree. I thought about firing off a tweet today that was literally
Am I the only troll?
No, dude. Shout out to Regen, one of my DAA buddies. He's more aggressive than you are. I think you're a troll in the sense that it's semi it's not mean spirited necessarily. You're just fucking around and it. He is straight up. Regen is just fuck you and the click you claim. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a few trolls out there. But I almost thought about firing off a tweet today that was some of you guys are not having fun, and it shows. So I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good tweet.
All right, I'm gonna do it right now before one of you steals it.
I already tweeted it a week ago.
Yeah, I'm literally typing this right now.
Yeah, I already did it. I did it first.
Wow.
But yeah, Duppies, I want to say, okay, I haven't looked at it a ton, but I like the branding that I've seen, and I read through the website or whatever, like the little teasers. I think I know what it's going to be. It sounds like a dynamic, evolving NFT collection, right? He's looking for like constant expansion because he wants it to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
He needs like a normie acquisition funnel.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's going to be something where you're growing a Yeti, or like you're doing something, you're staking it to develop it. Like it'll be Small Brains-esque if you look at Arbitrum. I think that's my best guess right now, but I'm very interested. And you were right.
I think it's
when you
meant
said
to
I'm not really
onboard a lot of new people, and it's meant to like appeal to the masses, which I'm for, dude. Like to me,
the
like
masses that we approve, not just any old ass broke bitch,
well,
I think he wants everyone.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone wants in, but I do think the way that it's being executed will be in a way that it's like we're not just getting the fucking, the people that slap a bot on and ask you what you cook for dinner 18 times a day in the fucking Discord. Like I do think
it's simply impossible to get everyone.
He went for degens because he wants degens.
Nailed the degens.
He's a degen, or he's a degen, right? So he built a project he loves, and he's like, okay, cool. Like now what? He wants to get huge.
Now we got to blow it up, and now we need everybody.
But it's not going to be like, oh, let's go find other degens. It's going to be, let's go find mass normie appeal.
That's what
mass normie appeal.
I totally agree.
It's going to be a cute animal, and it's going to be like, it's going to be, it'll have a DeGods feel. Like it won't be whack. I hope. I doubt it will be. I'd be fucking shocked. Dude. But like it won't be whack. You'll think it's cool. The same way I think Small Brains is cool, right? Like
I gotta look this shit up.
A kid might like it too. It's gonna be. He's going for big time normie appeal, man.
The way that I'm picturing it is
that's my best guess here.
Like almost like, and I hate to say this because I love Famous Fox, but like if Famous Fox had a marketing monster behind them, like it's going to appeal to pretty much everybody. It's going to have a very cute, but also like very rockable, no matter what sex you are, PFP. And I just think that like, dude, everybody's going to fucking want one, and there's not going to be enough to do it. And I do think that they're going to do a good job of trying to, I don't know if it's going to be 100% whitelist or what, but I do think they're going to do a very good job of like trying to get actual
I don't think it's
people.
a PFP project, man.
It's a PFP
I think
project.
Like sure there'll be a PFP.
It makes no sense for it to not.
I think it's going to be dynamic. It'll be dynamic, growth based. There will be PFPs.
Well, yeah, the art itself is going to be
that will be a PFP.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I think
I didn't mean like PFP, no roadmap. Like maybe you get wristbands if you're lucky. I meant like the art itself is going to be very PFP-able. It's going to appeal to everybody. It's going to be, I think the focus is going to be on some kind of dynamic interaction. I agree from what I've heard, and I fucking
between
love it.
What? What do you mean?
Like you're gonna stake it. It's not gonna pump out a coin, right? So what's gonna happen? Something else is gonna happen.
Sure.
And that's gonna require you to pay attention and do something else, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. There's not a lot of details, so I don't want to say, right? And then you'll be like, oh, you were wrong.
Just say it, dude. We're wrong all the time.
Yeah.
No. I'm not. I don't have too much more. I just think that it's gonna be. You'll get a PFP out of it because he's going to want to appeal to everyone in the existing market and current metas. But the real focus is going to be on staking, but not for some shitcoin instant validation.
Staking,
it's going to be
level up, upgrade your PFP. Yeah.
He's going to trick you into DeFi in a cute way that like a 9-year-old could play, a 9-year-old girl.
Well, for DeGods in itself, they tried to make like they try to say that, dust is like loyalty points, but the fact that you can trade it kind of makes it not like loyalty points because you can trade it for money. So like, what are you more loyal to? Like
the money,
one dust for something or money, right? But now it's like, it's straight up loyalty point. Like how many days in a row have you been staked? And based on that, we'll give you something. So I find it interesting.
Bro, I just bought way too many raffle tickets.
No, now?
Hey,
right now?
On, man.
Chapter, we just talked about this.
I know, bro.
What the fuck,
I was on Twitter, bro. People talking about these dubs, bro. Fuck.
Damn it. No, we literally talked about this.
You know what we should talk about?
What?
Yo, we got to talk about something. Okay. I forgot about this. So do you guys remember when I came out as gay on Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah. And then your homie got super mad about it.
Which one?
Who?
How do I fix that? I don't know. Two of the mods did, and
Probably
then
Nemesis. I know Nemesis has hated you for a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, for good reason,
I don't think
guess.
that tweet helped.
Well,
why?
yeah, dude.
Why does Nemesis hate me? Because I'm exploring my sexuality?
You're not, though.
Well, you're lying, though. So
no, I'm not gay. Fuck.
You're not gay. So, like that.
So he's trying to troll again.
Where's trolling? No, I'm not. I'm trying to not troll. I'm saying I'm not gay.
No. But that troll or that tweet, was you trying to troll. And again, I'm fucking circling back to like everything everyone says in life is a joke and don't take it too seriously. But that's like, something that people can be like very upset about.
You know what happened? What? I was walking onto a plane in Germany, like down the tunnel, and I was like thinking, oh my God, NFTs, man, it's too positive. Like this shit is so fucking whack. And so I just thought up this tweet, like while I was walking, pulled out my phone, typed it up, and like wrote some fucking lame emojis, like the heart face worm thing, and like hit send and sat down and like put on Pusha T or something and flew away. And then I landed, and then it was like my phone was going wild. It was crazy, dude. Like I had all these death threats. I had all these other messages that were like, oh my God, you're so brave. Like I didn't know what to do. So I didn't comment on it. I just didn't say shit.
I heard that like you were, okay, that's idiotic for one thing. But I heard you were like, and then like a LGBTQ like DAO was like working with you to release a project. Is that just a rumor, or was that like something that happened as a result of that?
No. Okay. Like a day later, I sent a tweet saying something like that because I thought it would be fun. So I was like, oh my God.
So you doubled down. So you doubled down on everybody being pissed off.
I think I deleted that tweet shortly after.
And
there was no, I mean, maybe I had a DM on something stupid like that. But that could have been where I got the idea. Like I was getting all kinds of fucked up DMs, man. It was hilarious. I wasn't answering them because I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to like go back on Twitter and be like, haha, I'm not gay. And I didn't want to be like, hey, I am gay. I thought about it.
You maybe should have nipped that one in the bud, like relatively quickly.
Oh my God, that's so ridiculous.
I didn't know what to do. It was hilarious though for me. Because like I said, I'm a troll, right? And that's not really, I don't know. So it was a good troll. When I landed and I saw it, I was like, holy fuck, that was
troll,
a good tweet.
Troll.
But yeah, maybe it was a fuck up, depending on how you look at it.
Too good?
Yeah, it was a fuck up, dude. Like, yeah, that's probably one of those things that you don't touch on.
It was a fuck up.
Depending how you look on it, he says.
I don't want someone to be in the DeGods Discord and be like, oh man, fucking Kook avoided the hard topics, like whatever. Nah. I thought I should talk about it.
I mean, so how do you make that better then?
I don't know.
You gotta suck a couple dicks at least, dude.
Yeah, I guess you gotta fuck a guy or something. Like,
yo, nut up or shut up, dude.
I might do it. I'm not really, dude. I'm from Canada. Like, we're the most like accepting, non-prejudiced people. Like, so a tweet like that, it's not like I'm like hating on a community. You know, it was more about like the false NFT positivity. It was a troll. It was just like I wasn't trying to target a group.
It's all for attention.
That's not even part of me, dude. Like, So
Kook. So being that you're saying that you're from Canada, bro, I remember when I used to just play COD and game chat, right? So I was wild toxic, but we used to make fun of like people from Canada, and we used to say like, yeah, man, go drink your bag of milk. Is that like a thing, bro? Like you guys drink like
Kook definitely said the N-word.
Do you guys buy milk in bags versus the carton?
No, strongly against that. Actually, I refuse.
That's it was crazy. Just trolling. It was just trolling, bro.
Not that.
Strongly against
that's
bag
over the
milk.
line, man.
No, but do you guys have bags?
No, the bag milk thing.
Is that a thing? You guys have milk in bags? Or
so I grew up in Toronto, which is in Ontario. So that's on the East Coast, like above New York. And in Ontario, they have bag milk. So I grew up with bag milk.
Okay, let's go.
And when I was
just making sure that
25,
correctly. Okay, great.
No, but you're not. I'm going to tell you the nuance to it. Like when I was 25, I moved to BC, which is on the West Coast. So that's like
Vancouver, right?
Province above Washington.
Fire.
Yeah, Vancouver's in there. It's the best part of Canada. The rest of Canada sucks, frankly.
Damn.
And Canada does suck. That's why.
Shout out to the homies in Canada, bro. Don't listen to Kook, bro.
So
I know one.
But in BC, they don't have bag milk, and they think it's super weird, just like you do. So not all Canadians have bag milk is the point.
Okay.
But a lot of them do.
So okay. So I was accurate.
The fact
but
that you even had a diatribe to
people.
go on about bag milk.
Well, he's from Canada, so
I've been away from Ontario long enough that like the last time I was in Ontario was probably like early COVID.
You a hockey fan?
I remember kinda, not really. I learned to play hockey when I was like 32.
Yo, do the cops
which is
really
funny.
ride horses out there, bro? I think I was watching like an episode of Arthur.
It's like
Mounties.
Yeah, it's a real thing. They're the Mounties, like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. It's like they're like the FBI, but the ceremonial like RCMP guys. They'll be around like the major cities on a horse. It's not like real cops that do real shit around horses.
Also, if there's like a bank robbery, they don't just like
Decorative.
pull up on horseback.
In Minnesota, they'll stomp you. They'll stomp you with the horses too.
Damn,
I know
that's
some Canadians gonna like
assault.
listen to this and be like, they do real work on the horse.
It is
too,
assault.
you fucking idiot. But yeah, like if you rob a bank, I think they're coming in a car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I've never been to Canada. You know what I mean? I mean, I've listened to Drake and Tory Lanez, but you know, that's pretty much all I know. So.
It's
I've
pretty
been to Toronto,
honestly,
it's
dude.
lit.
Canada, it's the same as the States, man. Yeah, you go to Toronto and it's like
I've
a
heard
big
Vancouver's
city in the
sick.
States.
Yeah, but I heard like people in Canada are
Vancouver's
nicer,
sick.
so,
Vancouver,
like in Canada. than
yeah,
the
people
States.
are nice. Vancouver's super sick. Like if you have a chance, check it out because it's a wicked city. It's small. Like there's only like 1 million people there. Toronto, I think, is like 7. So, but it's sick. Like for nature, mountains. If you snowboard, like Vancouver's the spot. Like my local mountain's Whistler, dude. I still have a pass. The guy who's in my apartment's using it. It's sick.
Do you know how to freestyle?
I used to. Yeah. Have you seen the Wu-Tang video? Oh man, I'd be doxing myself. I rapped on stage with Wu-Tang.
Really?
Yeah, that's a true story.
Give
There's
alpha.
a video of it. It's not mine. It's on YouTube.
You'll
Actually,
find
my
it,
name's
boys.
not on it. You know what? I'll fucking tell you.
Run
Google
it.
Ghostface protect your neck, Vancouver. I don't know whose video it is. It's the first YouTube video. I found it because I was reading a concert review and there was pictures of me and I was like, what the fuck? And then there was a YouTube link in the comments.
2014?
Yeah. So there's only one white guy on stage. That's me.
I see him. He's very white.
And so it basically what happened is, while you watch it for a sec, I'll tell you the story quick. Ghostface never came to Canada.
Oh my
He's my
God,
favorite
that's what you
rapper.
look like?
No, that's a long time ago. I actually look way different now. But Ghostface never came to Canada, like forever, because he was a criminal, right? Like that's why he's Ghostface. Like he used to have to go around wearing a mask, and so he tried to go in the '90s, and they never let him in. And he's my favorite rapper. I never saw him live. Like Wu-Tang would come do shows, he was never there. And so in
You look so
2014,
nervous.
Bro, you're
in this
fucking
video.
bro. No, bro. Hey, bro, this is fucking sick, bro. This is you.
Are we watching the same one?
Yes, bro. You're not past the 2-minute mark, bro. He's up here, bro. Is this you in the middle? No fucking way.
You nerd, you wearing these glasses?
Wait, I'm looking at something different. I got
You watching this,
Ghostface,
Sarah?
No
March
fucking
6,
way.
Like that?
2013.
You, bro.
What do you
Ghostface
think
and
about
Chic
that?
Luch, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
watch
Pulled
it,
up a couple
homie.
dudes from the crowd to do Method
You gotta
Man
watch,
and
you
ODB's
gotta watch that
verses.
video, JB.
No,
I'm gonna watch
bro,
it.
Coop. There's no stop that. That's cap.
You gotta watch
That's
that
cap.
video.
Chapter
homie.
link
Yo,
it.
that-
Chapter link
All right,
it.
we're gonna send all the videos that we found, and we'll see which one's the right one.
Chapter link it.
Vancouver.
Yeah, that's what
So
I got.
I'll tell you the rest of the story.
Vancouver,
So he comes to
BC.
Canada, first show ever, right? Wednesday night. My homie finds it. He gets tickets. I go with my wife at the time, my fiance at the time, and my homie. We're right at the front. I know everything about Wu-Tang. I love Wu-Tang. I'm fucking hammered Wednesday night. And Ghostface stops the show and he's like, who knows the words to protect your neck?
Oh,
And
no.
I'm at the front and I'm like, yo, I got this. And he just walks by. He's like, this guy's a kook. And my homie Nick, like, he's like, Ghost, no, for real. And this guy's like 6'5" or something. And he's like, Ghost, this guy. And like, it's Vancouver, right? So it's like Portland. Like, there's not a
This
lot
is
of like
funny.
hard guys in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
So I actually like, he gives me a shot. Like, he brings me up on the stage. And then there's this other guy, like, who's pretty hood, like the most hood looking guy in Vancouver, and he brings him up.
Yep.
And he's like, all right. He's like, who do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'll do anyone. I don't give
Well,
a
one
fuck.
of
I'll
you is
do
wearing a scarf. One of you
And-
is wearing a Giants
Yeah.
jersey with a
Right.
fucking chain. So
So he tells me, all right, he's like, you got to do Method Man. And I'm like, fuck, like in my head, because Method Man is the hardest one. And I'm like, all right. And he pulls me to the back of the stage. He gets the other guy. He's like, you do Old Dirty. And I'm like, fuck, like I would rather do Old Dirty.
You look
And
like
so-
Jesse Pinkman.
He pulls me to the back, right? And he tests me like with his homies. He like puts his arms around me.
I see what Slay's chapter's talking about.
He tests me. And he's like, yo, you got to do it. Like, you got to like show. And anyways, he makes me rap. And he's like, all right, I'm going to let you go. You got to calm down though. And then he lets me go. And he says all this crazy stuff. He's like, you got to boo these shit out these guys. Like, boo them off the fucking stage if they suck. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck? And then right before I had to rap, I realized there's going to be this word that's going to be said 3 times. And I can't say it. What the fuck am I going to do? And then I had to go rap. It was fucked up. So
what'd you do? Did you just?
And then I got to hang out the rest of the night. Dude, I changed the words. I didn't say it.
Yo.
And I got to hang out on stage the rest of the night. I got to hang out with Ghost for like the rest of the night with him backstage. He was saying all this shit to his homies. He was tweeting about me and shit. Like, it was crazy. I didn't have Twitter at the time. Like, I wasn't doing any and there was no NFTs. Like, none of this shit existed. But,
bro, that's like the fucking dream.
So I got pictures with him. He was like my homie. He's like my homie, dude. Like, yeah, he was my homie for a little while.
That's cool as fuck.
He was super into it. He told me after, he's like, that was the best one I ever seen.
Who,
like,
Ghostface?
Doing that this whole tour.
You were hyped as fuck, dude.
Dude, you were too hyped.
Look at 3 minutes. Look at 3 minutes, guys.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Dude,
like, that's actually
I was fucking going
crazy.
wild. That was like a dream.
We're posting
that
shit
I love
with
Ghostface.
the episode, by the way.
That is, bro.
Dude,
yeah,
you're like,
I don't give a fuck. I'm doxxed all over the place. I don't give a shit.
But still, that's bro.
You can put it up
that
there.
You're like punching
incredible.
Ghostface in the chest, bro.
Dude, I was
Buddy
fucking.
was
I was
so
all riled
gassed up.
I
Oh
was
my
riled,
God.
man. I was riled up.
And then honestly, the guy that came up on stage after you, like, looked so cool, calm, and collected, and like he could actually be a part of the group.
I thought he was.
And then Kook is in the back corner, like rapping every verse
Still
with
going hard.
no
Still
mic.
going hard.
I've always been like that, man. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
man.
That's like, I was not kook at the time, right? But it's the
Holy
same shit.
shit. That's fucking, oh my God. That's great, dude. Wow. The scarf is what's throwing me off, honestly, more than anything.
Kook, are you
I can't
actually
believe
a boxer? Are you actually a boxer, Kook?
Yeah, 100%, man. I was a provincial champion.
Provincial,
this is
means
before that.
province in Canada, like state champ.
I didn't box at this time. So this was 2014. I didn't even start boxing until 2015, I don't think. And I was a provincial champion in 2018.
The prince of the province.
Yeah, I can't believe I showed you guys that. Fuck.
Oh, we're gonna.
You showed everyone, dude. You just showed everybody. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I just got to the end. Oh, he tries to get fucking Ghostface knocks, and Ghostface just slaps his hand down.
No.
Oh wait, no, but they lift his arm up at the end like he's a champ. Damn. All right, that's fire.
Trust me, he's my homie, man.
But
when you guys post it, can you like suggest that nobody fucking try to ruin my life or do anything weird or creepy?
So cool.
I mean, we don't have to post it, I guess.
Here,
they can find
it
themselves,
you can post
right?
it.
We'll post it. We won't
cool
say which person you are.
I mean,
fuck it. No, I'll post it. Actually, I don't care. I don't want you. Don't tell him to do anything. Tell him to fucking.
Bro, that's
we'll just
so
post
cool.
it.
You
We'll
fucking
say,
Method Man's verse, bro. I'm still
can
watching.
come
No,
find
you gotta
in
post
Portugal.
it. You gotta post it, man. We can't be talking about it.
We'll say
can't
one of the
post it.
guys
Just
in
post
this
it.
video
Post the
is
link.
Kook Capital.
Post the link, dude. No, be like it's.
Yeah, just post like,
one.
isn't this that guy who
want him
sold
to-
you them tacos? Like,
I want him to know. Yeah. Show him exactly who I am.
Run his
Let him
fade.
listen to this and give him the link. I don't
Yeah,
care.
Jesus.
we'll just tell them that they have
was,
to go through Ghostface to get to you, bro. It's all good, bro. No problem. Tony Stark. No problem.
Dude, I got the best stories, dude. Like, I've done so much shit. I got married in Romania. Like, I've been backcountry snowboarding all around the world.
Why'd you get
Is
married in
that the
Romania?
first wife you were talking about, or was that a different wife?
Yeah. I met this chick when I was in school, and I was with her for like 14 years, and she was Canadian, but like she was from Romania. And I don't know, her family was like, most of her family was in Romania except for parents. And so she wanted to get married in Romania so all her family could see her get married. And so we had this crazy wedding in Romania. We drove around on a bus for like 2 weeks first. All my homies came. It was sick. I got married in Romania. I had this crazy ceremony, and I got marched around this church, and I had to like kiss all these statues 3
Why were you
times.
on
It
a
took
bus
2 hours.
for 2 weeks
It was in Romania because we toured Romania and like went to all the stops.
as part of the
We
wedding?
didn't sleep on the bus. Like, it was like we'd go to a town and then go to this other place and this other place. We had our own like coach.
Well,
We were like, it was like a party bus.
I got a question. Okay, so Kook,
Yeah.
all right, you do a lot of trolling online, bro. Like, but what's the most troll thing that you ever did in real life? Like, or are you just like
Funny one or mean one?
either or?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like what's up? What's
Both.
the
Funny
most
one.
troll
I'm,
shit you
I'm
ever
only
done?
going to
Best
tell
one.
a funny one. Okay, because I was just talking about my ex-wife and how she was Romanian. I can just jump right into a really hilarious one. So she came here when she was like 13. She had a slight accent. Not here. This is Portugal, but like to Canada. So she had a slight accent. But otherwise, like her English was perfect. Like she went to university, whatever. But you know, there's still weird words that you might not totally master, or like you don't say them a lot. So at some point we were in university, maybe it was like second year, and she was talking to me and she was explaining how she was on a plane and there was turbulence. And she's like, oh yeah, there was like, and she hates turbulence, like freaks her out. And so she's like, oh yeah, there's this turbulence when I was on the plane, and I'm like, what? Like deadpan, I'm like, turbulence? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, turbulence. I'm like, what the fuck is turbulence? She's like, well, when like a plane shakes. And I'm like, turbulence. I'm like, that's furbulence. She's like, what? Like turbulence? I'm like, God, it's furbulence. Like, have you been saying turbulence? And so I carried on. I didn't make a big deal of it. And so it ended up, she thought the word was furbulence. And for like maybe 3 or 4 years, she would say it here and there. The reason it's hilarious is because it's not weird enough that anyone would ever correct her. And I'd be there with her and she would say it and she would never get corrected. And I would watch her say furbulence, and it was fucking hilarious. Like masterful troll that you can just watch unfold for a long time. And it went for a long time. And then when it eventually blew up because someone corrected her, it was years later. I never thought it would go on for so long. And then I just laughed my ass off, and she was like, oh my God. And like, even she thought it was funny because it's harmless. So that's one of my favorite trolls that springs to mind.
All right, now give us the evil one.
I don't know, man. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, that shit was
too
a little
many.
too nice.
Yeah.
Soft.
No, that's a good one. I don't know, man. The DeGods thing was pretty good. Look how big that blew up.
Hey, Kook, do you ever want to come back in the DDAO? Like, why don't you ever come back in there and like kind of make a new name for yourself?
I should try, eh? I like DeGods, man. Like I said, I love the project. I think DeGods is sick. You guys are fucking homies. I vibe with DeGods. Like, bro, why do you think I got popular in DeGods in the first place? Because like I'm pretty DeGod-y,
You're welcome back in Mickey DeGods anytime too. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah, that was the last one that I sold.
What?
Well,
you sold your
you-
Mickey? Then
there's
no,
a-
you're out. Fuck you.
There's a
Yeah,
few people
I
in
did.
Mickey D Gods that want some taco reimbursement before you're allowed back.
Yeah,
in.
we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
It'll be a
I'm gonna
strictly.
figure that out.
It'll
man.
be fast food deal. Mickey DeGods X Tia's Tacos, and we'll get a couple rounds of tacos out of it. Be good.
I like that.
Let me see if I got any other any good questions from the
I think my
fans?
evil troll, I'm going to relate it to, it's got to be that coming out on Twitter one, because I realized that it offended a lot of people and I didn't mean it to. And like, it sucked.
Yeah.
That one's pretty aggressive. And I mean,
The
it's
fact
funny.
that you fired that off and then set your phone down for hours, like you
Dude,
you did not
that's what I mean.
expect
I'm just a
any
troll. Like
backlash from that.
yeah, I was like, I thought it would turn into a copy pasta. It did a little bit. I think Solstice tweeted it. A few people did, but they changed it. So it said something else. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that went through.
Yeah, all these questions from the fans, if you will, are just why did Kook rug tacos? What are rats? I don't even remember rats.
Oh man, I can talk about the rats.
Run it.
That was another one of the ones when I was in Portugal. And I think the story's misunderstood. But that one, I like joined the team. So I was promoting the project. And I told everyone, I was like, oh, I'm getting like 15% or whatever it is. And I was like on the team. And it turned out, and this happened when I was in Portugal, but their art was like stolen from some old game or something. It was called Solana Lab Rats. And so when I found that out, I actually went to them and I'm like, you can't mint this project. And if you remember, it never minted.
That.
So yeah, like I actually stopped the project. So I got accused of like this or that. And it was so weird to me because I was on vacation and I was like, it was around the time, I think it was after Daddy Seducers. And I was like, no, man, no fucking way. I'm not doing any of this shit. I went to them and I like, if you saw the fucking DMs, I was like going crazy on these dudes. And I was like, you're not even minting this fucking thing. Like, fuck you dudes. And I think they already minted the pre-sale. That's what happened, I think. And so, but it was a small pre-sale. And I think they came to me after the pre-sale. because they wanted me to help them like save the project. Anyways, I killed it. I was like, you can't even mint it.
You almost invented the D-Rug, it sounds like.
Yeah, and no one knew though, and everyone thinks that like I ran a rug or something with the rats. I don't know, but they didn't even get to mint. It can't even be called a rug because it didn't even mint.
Makes sense.
Fuck that rat project, man. That one sucked.
We had one just quote, if I can help the life of one cuck a day, I will die a happy man.
Yeah, that's a good quote. Like, that's the kind of cool shit.
That's a kook quote. That was on one of our tweets.
I would have definitely written that somewhere in Discord or like
big
Twitter
cuck guy.
Or something. That's for sure. Yeah, I love cuck humor. I do love cuck humor. I got to step it up. That's one of the things I've been like talking about less because I'm starting to get big. Oh my God, dude, holy fuck. So I started to realize that like certain people are like looking at my tweets that maybe I don't like want to be. Did you guys see when I posted those condoms? And anyways, I don't know.
Unfortunately.
So I really, I got to clean some of it up. Like I got to, it's because I don't really realize, like, I'm not treating it like a platform, you know? I'm treating it like a hilarious group chat.
With 30,000 people.
Yeah. Maybe that's the problem, you know? Like,
it's part of it for sure.
All right. Yeah, I get that. You know, you have an audience now, for better or for worse. All right. I mean, what about frogs? You want to talk about frogs at all?
Yeah. I mean, frogs is pretty sick. I don't know. I still run that project to the best of my ability. They're getting a ton of whitelists now. I think like they're making money. I was selling whitelist spots for like tripping apes in frogs. We had 10 of them. There's goats ones in there. So, I mean, what it started as, right? Like I got these 2 artists from ETH. I tried to build a really cool project. I had a big team. And then, you know, right after the mint, like people started leaving. So the whole team went away. And there was a guy from DeGods actually who ran like a really sick development team. And they built me this fucking sick casino. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the frogs at all. Were you there when I had like a pretty cool like coin flip game? You guys see any of that? No. Oh man, it was crazy.
I don't pay attention to anything.
I opened 10 sold bets. Like it got really crazy. Like, I don't know, a few frogs sold for over 10 sold at the time. It was cool. The project was doing really well and I was releasing these games and I was doing revenue share. And what happened was the guy who was running the dev stuff for the casino games is from Turkey. And Turkey enacted these new IP laws. And so I'd been through like 2 or 3 teams at this point. And this guy came to me and we were working. It was sick. We were white labeling casino games. Like we built a real business actually, which was crazy because I did it like, again, from zero. It was cool. And so his name's Deacon. He's sick, super talented. Anyone who's in the frogs will know him. He's awesome. But Turkey enacted these new IP laws. And I guess like he had this legal interpretation that said if he was running an online gambling-esque game, he would go to jail for 3 years. And so we talked about it for a while. We tried to like get an offshore company. Eventually he decided there was no solution. Like I was trying everything I could to save it.
Was this something specifically with this guy or this is like a Turkish government law?
So the law was enacted in Turkey by the government. And then this guy was the developer building the games.
Okay.
And so even though I had the site like registered in Canada and I was telling him, okay, like based on my interpretation of this law and regulations, which I have like a professional opinion on them, I'll say, I thought we could just route all the inputs through Canada. The site's in Canada. It's not deemed to be operated in Canada. He's just a service provider and I'll paper him through Canada. And I had all these different solutions. Like I explored everything I could. And ultimately he was like, no, I'm just not going to do any of it. And so the game went away. The site is completely down because there's no game anymore. And so now I just like, I can get these whitelists because I grew on Twitter at the same time. So yeah, like the frogs are sick. I'm not going to like, there's not going to be another project or anything like that. I do consulting work and stuff like, so, you know, I'm helping out Anio right now and I've done other like similar work. I do other stuff like behind the scenes, but no, the frogs is like my only project. And right now it's like about whitelist raffles, but it'll be something else. I just haven't like quite
so
figured
frogs
it out.
turned into tacos 2.0.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I mean, guys,
maybe it was
like,
an involuntary rug, but
hopefully
it was
it's
kind
like
of a rug.
no, it's not a rug, dude. Like if you go in there, it's active every day, and there's like stuff happening.
Hey,
But
that's lion
if you're-
cats. Like lion cats is
if
fucking
you're-
whitelist. That's literally utility right now. So
Bro, it's hard, man. Like I created like this sick fucking casino, and I thought that was it. Like I finally did it, and then that gets like fucking rug too. Like it's hard to do this shit, bro. Like it's really
For sure.
hard. So the point is, like, yeah, it's not tacos. Like that's kind of a shitty comment to me, but like I tried with tacos, man.
I just meant
and I'm
with the
still trying
alpha
with this
side of it.
one.
But you can see the similarity. I mean,
I see the similarity, man. It's really hard to build a successful project.
Did you
sure.
man
I
any
mean, I
tripping
think
eggs?
probably most. I mean, like 99% of projects probably don't succeed, right? Or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
more than that.
Yeah. I think what I'll say, like, if I'm going to have to, like, fucking big myself up a little bit, is despite the challenges that are, like, everywhere, I've managed to, like, even without, like, making it a focus until recently, I've managed to grow one way or another. So, like, I feel like I'll find it. Like, I want it to be the frogs. But, yeah, it's tough out there, bro. It's, like, it's not so
Tough
easy.
out here for a pion. Did you
And
mint
you're
any
trying to
tripping
get the
apes?
money for the rent.
Yeah, I did. And then I went and bought some. So
And now you're
I've
just a
got
bag
bunch of
holder?
them. Yeah,
What
is
are
it
they at?
bad?
What's their floor at?
I'm looking right now. They're 50 because I still have one.
Oh,
of my,
that's okay.
You're all bag holders now.
I don't know, man. I don't really like. I get them, and then I'll just chill. Like, you know, I don't really trade. So
He's not tripping.
I'll check them in a week. Like it's like with the Bears, right? I got 2 of them, and then I did sell them because I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to pay
Not
attention
a
to
big
a lot of
wristband
projects,
guy?
but yeah, I didn't love the wristband thing, but I think the wristband's hilarious because it just goes to show like what's actually important. They just built a brand. Like they skipped right to the end.
Do you
Everybody
think
uses
that
utility.
they would like to hear that you think that's hilarious? Do you think that was their intention?
What?
That wristbands are
The
hilarious?
wristband thing? Well, I mean, I was in there, like I was a holder when they announced that, and I did go in and see what people are saying. I was never like active in the community. That would have been a super easy one to troll.
Did you
but
go
I
in
was
the
like,
Discord and say, these guys raised $4 million and all they're giving us is wristbands?
No, that's what I mean. I should have, right? It would have been
Yeah,
it
dude.
would have been too easy.
I don't know if that's
But
the
I didn't,
community
like-
that could have handled that. They
But-
may have
No,
been
no,
even
they
more
were
mad
in
about
a
that
second.
than DeGods.
Dude, they love the wristbands. Like you go in there and they're all like, it was crazy. They're brainwashed from
Boat.
day one. And yeah, exactly.
Somebody
But
said
it's
that in
sick,
one of
like,
my
if you-
group chats today. Like when OK Bears started congratulating themselves about the wristbands is when I realized that I had to sell.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And that's what I thought. And that's why I kind of looked to sell after that but it's cool how they built the project. I thought at that point it might not have like long-term sustainability, but to get to that point and what the project became, they essentially like skipped past all the super hard stuff that it takes to build a community.
They said,
Like,
we're
you
a
know, they
global
just
brand
somehow
now.
did
The
it.
community built
Yeah,
itself.
they just snapped their fingers.
Yeah, they kind of
I'm not
lucked into
saying
it, man.
like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's luck or what. Like, yeah,
Something
it's
happened.
like something crazy happened. They just like struck gold, like whatever it was, but they just like nailed the hardest thing right away, and it didn't matter that was
true.
kind of it, you know.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like I respect it. I want to figure out how to do it. Yeah,
It's very
rad.
funny because a
It's
lot
fucking-
of projects, like I get like DMs from projects like, hey, what do you think of our roadmap or blah, blah, blah. And a lot of times a big part of it is the community. And I'm like, I don't think you realize like community is probably one of the hardest things to build. But OK Bears pulled
absolutely,
up
man.
and like all of a sudden people are like, bro, cute animal picture. Like, what do you mean? Community fucking comes along with that. Like, no problem. So
It's like
yeah, they turned it
insta
into like an
community.
identity. They tapped into like social culture and identity and like belonging in a way. Everyone's getting smoked in the market, and like they created this solidarity. Like I don't know, they did it. It was really cool. Like it wasn't all luck. Like if you think about it.
I mean,
yeah.
Us
I think
D-Gods
they did
got
a
our
good
community
job.
out the mud.
Yeah, like DeGod's.
Out
Look, they
the
found the
gutter
same
like
thing,
shea
but it took
butter.
a long time, right? There's OG guys like you, but there's probably like way more new guys. I bet if you go in there.
Probably.
And
yeah.
so, because you guys found the identity and like nailed all the stuff that OK Bears nailed right away. Like DeGods did it in a different way. You know what I mean? In a way cooler way, in my opinion.
I hear that.
Like, obviously. But it's like they skipped ahead and they were just like, hey, look, we have this community now. And everyone was like, yeah, sure, we're here. Like, cool. And it's an identity now for these people.
I think the project
is cool how they nailed it.
I think the project is interesting in the sense of like, I'm very interested in, I mean, there's one thing to say like, okay, like the market, volume, floor price, like shit like that. But when it comes down to, I guess, what the people in the community are actually doing and like what the project, I guess what becomes of the project like later on down the road, because I mean floor price is floor price, but I think when it comes down to, I guess, the value of, let's say, being a part of like a community, I think that I'm interested to see the project grow.
Yeah, that's why, like, that's what I was hinting at when I said, I saw the wristbands and like I saw how the community reacted, and I decided I don't think this thing has like the long-term viability that I want if I'm going to keep these things when I can sell them for like, I don't know, I sold them for $240 each or something stupid. So I sold them, and I haven't sold another DeGod. Like I said, I didn't want to sell any. I'm not going to sell another one ever.
Are you hyped for Duppies?
Yeah, I am, because I want to know what it is, and I know it's going to be big. So I'm super hyped for it.
You ever done a shoey?
Yeah, I've seen the videos. Yeah, I've definitely done all types of that shit.
You should do one and post it on Twitter.
And I guess I'm doxxed. Yeah, I've already got a video that everyone's going to watch now, so I should post one.
Yeah, doing a shoey would be way cooler than rapping with Ghostface, just saying.
I've got
$5 dust if you do a shoey.
So, yeah, I'll definitely do one. I will do one for you guys.
Let's fucking go.
100%. I'm not going to do it tonight, though, because it's like 12:30 in the morning.
Fair. All right, boys. Do we have anything else? I'm chilling.
I think we covered it.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was cool, man. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on and
no problem.
being subjected to the, everything.
Yeah.
No, I want to do it. You know why? Because, like, I don't really, I want to talk about it because I feel like maybe some of it is misunderstood. So hopefully, like, people enjoy the episode.
Come back into the DDAO after and see, I guess.
Yeah, I will. I'd love to. Like, just message me and be like, hey, like, how long does it take for this shit to come out?
It'll be out tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Sick. You know what's funny? I've done a couple of these things, but, like, this is definitely the coolest one. And I've never actually listened to one, but I'm fully going to listen to this one.
All right. Well, we look forward to it. It was a pleasure having you on. This will be a good one, I think. I think a lot of community members will be interested to, talk to Kook in less of a trolling on the internet, trying to piss you off fashion, and in more of a just, chilling with the boys fashion. So,
yeah, man, I had a good time.
Cool. All right. Well, we appreciate.
I'll definitely come in and talk about it. Peace out, boys.
How's it going, brother? Peace.
Peace.
And Slate chapter. We out.